Many poor individuals struggle with debt, but on the flip side, rich people have mastered the art of using debt to their advantage. So guys, join us today as we look into 5 ways rich people have been using debt to create wealth, make money. With that being said, let's get started. The first way rich people use debt to their advantage is by investing in appreciating assets. Rich people often use borrowed money as a smart financial move to buy things that usually become worth more money over time. These things can be all sorts of stuff like art, collectibles, sports stuff, or rare coins. By using loans to get these valuable things, wealthy folks can make money as the things become more valuable. At the same time, they keep their ready-to-use money for other investment chances. Let's look at an example you probably know to understand this better. You see, in 2019, Gary Vaynerchuk, also known as Gary V, a dynamic entrepreneur and investor with a keen interest in sports, made a noteworthy investment. He acquired a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle baseball card for $150,000. A few months later, he astutely sold it for a staggering $1.2 million. This remarkable transaction vividly illustrates how investing in collectibles can yield substantial profits. Another compelling instance of a profitable venture in collectibles unfolded in 2016, when a rare 1999 Pokémon First Edition Charizard card found its way onto eBay's virtual marketplace. This unique card fetched an impressive sum of $55,000. Astonishingly, the owner had initially acquired it for a mere $5,000 just a few years earlier. However, it is of paramount importance to recognize that investing in appreciating assets carries inherent risks. The value of these assets can sway significantly based on prevailing market conditions, and there is always a lurking danger of fraud or counterfeiting. Another way is by financing their lifestyle with debt. Many rich people have a clever way of handling their spending by using loans wisely. Even though it might seem risky, they're pretty good at it. They often get loans with low interest rates to buy fancy things like expensive cars or even second homes. This smart approach helps them keep their money handy for other investments that could make them even more money. Here's an example to explain it better. Now, imagine a wealthy person who wants a $200,000 sports car. Instead of using all their cash to buy it, they get a $150,000 loan with a low 2% interest rate. At the same time, they put the remaining $50,000 in a savings account that earns a nice 5% interest rate. As time goes on, the money they earn from that savings account helps cover the cost of the loan. Plus, they get to enjoy their new sports car without using up all their money. In essence, this money strategy is about making the most of your available cash while still enjoying your success and keeping the door open for more financial growth in the future. Rich people also invest in income-producing asset investments. Investing in income-generating assets is a favored strategy among many rich people. One way they do this is by buying properties like houses or buildings. Instead of paying for these properties all at once, they take out a loan called a mortgage to cover most of the cost. Then, they use the money they would have spent to buy the property to invest in more properties. The money they make from renting out these properties helps them pay off the mortgage, and the properties often become worth more money over time. Let's imagine a rich person who wants to buy a $1 million store. Instead of paying the whole amount up front, they get a $750,000 loan with a 3% interest rate. This means they only need to use $250,000 of their own money to buy the store. As time goes by, they use the money they earn from renting out the store to pay back the loan, and they also make more money from the investment. Rich people also like to invest in stocks and bonds, which can bring in money. Sometimes they use loans to buy stocks that pay them a part of the company's earnings, called dividends, or bonds that pay a fixed interest rate. For example, investing in a group of big companies like the S&P 500 often makes more money each year than the interest they pay on the loan. They can use the money they make from these investments to pay back the loan and have extra cash to use. Another way rich people make money is by investing in businesses. They might buy an existing business, start a new one, or become a partner or part owner in a business. Sometimes they get a loan to either buy a whole business or help pay for part of it. This smart use of loans helps them use less of their own money and has the potential to make them even more money from their investment. Let's take a closer look at this concept. Imagine a wealthy investor who wishes to acquire a business. Rather than solely relying on their available capital, they choose to take out a loan to assist in the purchase. This approach bolsters their financial capacity, enabling them to take advantage of lucrative opportunities in the business world. By using debt wisely, these investors can magnify their potential returns and broaden their investment portfolio. Nonetheless, it's essential to recognize that investing in debt carries inherent risks. Investors must make regular debt payments, even if the business fails to generate adequate profits to cover these obligations. Another avenue for investing in businesses entails becoming a partner or shareholder. In this scenario, investors contribute capital to the business in exchange for ownership stakes. They are entitled to a portion of the business's profits, but are not responsible for its day-to-day operations. Instead, they rely on the business's management to drive profitability and growth. Rich people also use leverage buyouts. Rich people are really good at using a strategy called leverage buyouts to make money. In leverage buyouts, they buy companies by borrowing money, usually to make the company more profitable, and then selling it for a big profit. While leverage buyouts have some risks, they can bring in a lot of money for those who know how to do them well. Here's an example to explain it better. Imagine a group of investors wants to buy a company that's not doing so well, and it's worth $50 million. To do this, they put in $10 million of their own money and borrowed $40 million. Then, they work hard to make the company better and more valuable. Eventually, they sell the company for $100 million. In this case, they make a big profit of $50 million after paying back the loan. This example shows that leveraged buyouts can lead to big profits when done right, but it also highlights the importance of understanding and managing the risks that come with them. Lastly, rich people borrow money to start a business. Starting and running a business is another way rich people use borrowing to make money. Creating and growing a business takes a lot of money, so even people with a lot of money of their own often get loans to help with the costs. For example, think about a wealthy person who has an idea for a new product or service. Instead of just using their own savings, they get a loan to pay for everything they need. This helps their business grow faster, and it can lead to making more money compared to only using their own money. Loans can also help with things like opening new stores or hiring more employees. But it's important to know that starting and running a business can be risky. Not all businesses become successful, and the business world can be tough. So while loans can be helpful for entrepreneurs, they should be used carefully, and you should understand the possible rewards and risks involved in the business world. All right, guys, that wraps up our video for today. Thank you for watching to the end. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more financial tips. If you have any questions or want to share your thoughts, please leave a comment below. Remember, wise financial decisions can lead to wealth. Stay tuned for more informative videos.